So you want a really fashionable baby name that's cool but ahead of the trend, then Western names are giving some cowgirl and cowboy edge to some beautiful names for your little baby. This trend has been everywhere, from the catwalks, from the music we're listening to, the TV shows we're watching, even Barbie sets this trend off as well. So these are some Western inspired baby names. I literally love them all. They are so cool. They're rugged, they're outdoorsy, they're playful, they are perfect. And very quickly, my brand new baby name book, Baby Name Envy, is just about to hit shelves, and if you order a copy today, I'll leave the link below, you will be entered into a competition to win this amazing baby shower bundle, including a BB Hug Me pregnancy pillow, which I absolutely loved mine, a gorgeous Cuddle & Co changing table as well, loads of goodies from Skin Diligent, a hypnobirthing course worth over £100, loads of prizes, and I really want you to get your hands on those, as well as a baby name consultancy with me. So do pre-order the book Baby Name Envy below. It is packed full of over 1,000 amazing names, lots of quizzes and games as well to really get your creativity flowing, and it's coming out this month, finally. So for boys, I love the name Tanner. So Tanner is an occupational name for somebody who would have been a leather worker, so it perfectly fits this style, but I think it's really soft and gentle sounding, maybe because I'm getting that lovely warm soft tan colour from it as well, which loads of us love for our fashion and our homes. So I always think that means it really suits your aesthetic. The name itself has that real rugged outdoorsy vibe of a cowboy name as well. You can just see him out on the horseback across the frontiers. I think Tanner takes off where names like Carter have become really popular, also fits this trend, but Tanner's that little bit edgier and fashion forward. Howie, I love a vintage nickname as first name, and Howie just sounds so cowboy cool. It means resolute protector from Howard, but I feel like loads of these IE ending names are really high up in the charts, like we all know Archie, Freddie, Albie. Howie hasn't come back yet, so you'd have a real rare gem of a name as well, which sounds like Howdy. So for any country fans, it's literally a perfect name. Name Diggory is totally unranked in the UK, and it's so cool. I love the sound of it. It sounds very vintage elegant to me, and it means to stray from the path or to wander, which has that real outlaw vibe that this frontier was when Americans were moving further out to the west and claiming land. There was a lot to do with outlaws, gunfights and things like that, where people were trying to claim their territory, and Diggory just feels like that type of character, off the beaten path. Just really think it's a gorgeous name, and it's so unusual that it's so underused, Diggory. Do you not like it? Is there something I'm missing with the name? Because I just think it is dead cool. Elwood, this ticks all the boxes for a Western name, Elwood, and I really love the name Woody, but I feel like Elwood has got a bit more cool to it. It's an old surname as first name, which meant from the elder wood or from the old wood, which gives it a kind of old soul feel as well, which is maybe why I'm getting such a vintage vibe from it. It sounds dead on trend. It's not one of the top names at all, so again you're having a rare gem that is bang on today's aesthetics. Jesse, this must be the poster boy for this trend, do you think? Because everyone's heard of Jesse James, who was an outlaw back in the Wild West times. So he would be, some people compare him to like a Robin Hood, but he was maybe not that nice. But Jesse is just a really quintessential cowboy name, but I think it is really gorgeous. It means God's gift, and it's got that sort of handsome, rugged, outdoorsy vibe to it that I think perfectly fits this style, and would always be one that's really, really charming. When you hear the name Jesse, it's memorable, and it really sticks out amongst a lot of the other vintage nicknames that are higher up the charts. Colt, spelt C-O-L-T, is actually the name of a baby horse, and animal names are really popular. We hear bear, we hear fox, we hear wren, we hear a lot of bird names like phoenix, but I think Colt really fits in with it. It's a really interesting name. It's definitely got that real rugged vibe to it. It's quite a strong and powerful name with its one syllable, Colt, but I think it's really interesting as a name. It could even be a really cool middle name if you've got a more traditional first name and you love horses. It really, really works for this style. That might be why you clicked on this, because you're a horse lover. And then you've got my middle name or my first name. Perfect. This next name I feel has a sort of Nashville cool, and it's the name Samson. So Samson isn't typically a Wild West name, but it means sun's child, and I just get this whole feel of being out in the plains of the Wild West, sun's child, the sun's beating down. It feels like a very warm, dusty, rugged spot, and Samson is just one of my crushes at the moment. I wish I thought of it, because I love Sunny, which perfectly fits this vibe. I think Samson just gives it that little bit more cool. It's also a Hebrew name. You've heard of Samson from the Bible. So I think it ticks a lot of boxes. It's not wild and wacky. It's not too hard sounding. It's got the gentleness, but it's also got a big dose of cowboy cool. Dusty. So this is gender neutral. I talked about the name Dusty before because I absolutely love it for girls. I love it for boys. I don't know if my husband would have gone for it, but he might have gone for Dustin, and I'm actually not against Dustin. And Dustin actually links back to an Old Norse name, Porstein, which was a name for Thor. So he was the god of earth and rocks. So it's kind of got a Norse history, which is kind of cool because those names are really back, and Dustin would be such a quirky, cool pick with nickname Dusty. I just think it would work so well in a modern playground. A little boy called Dusty. It's really playful, really, really charming, and it also comes up as meaning a kind of place full of dust. It was very much a name used back in the Wild West times, but I love it. All for a playful name, but if you want to use it as a nickname for Dustin, has anyone else got another idea of a longer form name for Dusty? That would be really, really good to add in the comments bit below. The name Willem, W-I-L-L-E-M, Willem. It's a variation of William, and for some reason it just takes me to the Wild West. Maybe just because it sounds like the word wild at the beginning. Willem Wild would be so cool. It's such a main character energy name, and it does sound so much like William. It could be one that you sort of have to pronounce, or I call it name-splaining, where you have to explain the name a little bit, but I think that Willem is worth it. We know Willem Dafoe, and he plays a lot of these kind of outdoorsy big characters, so I feel like the name, it's got that sort of real charm to it, like sort of feels like a sort of a moody name a little bit, Willem, but I really love it. I haven't had it on a list before. It's not rising up through the charts, so again, it's a vintage gem to jump on. Name Sutton. Perfect. It's gender neutral actually. I do love it for girls. I feel like Sutton Belle or Sutton Kate. What do you think of it? Surname is first name. It's perfect for this trend because it literally means a rural homestead, which is a lifestyle that so many people really aspire to or love the aesthetic of, and Sutton to me feels really bang on trend. It does have that Wild West feel and roots, but actually sounds quite urban as well. Sutton, it sounds like a really trendy modern vibe of a name as well. Do you agree? Like I feel like somebody from like New York could be called Sutton. It's very glamorous as well as a name for boy or girl. Absolutely love it. New crush unlocked for me. The name Deacon. I've always liked Beacon and Deacon. I don't know why, I just think that they sound really handsome as names. So Deacon actually means messenger, and this was a role that was quite common in at the time of the Wild West, where it would be a religious role to be a messenger or a servant of God in the area. But I just love the name Deacon a lot. I feel like it's got that sort of Nashville country music style as well. Really rare, really underused. Again, could be gender neutral. You could have Connie as a nickname if you used it for a girl. Deacon. I love it, or Dee Dee, but it's on my boy name list because I would 100% have listed this. So the names like Bailey for me and Deacon, I just really have a real soft spot for them. Surname is first name idea is the name Hawkin. So it's really interesting one. I've seen it spelled with a YN as well, and kin actually means like folk or people, and there's lots of hawks native to the area, so I kind of feel like it really captures the aesthetic and style of the Wild West. Hawkin, you can see this as a main character in like one of the many songs, books, dramas set in the Wild West. Hawkin. I kind of like it more than just hawk by itself or falcon by itself, because it's not a whole animal name. So if you like it and you like the style but you don't want to use just a full-on animal name, then Hawking kind of gets you away from it. It's an interesting one, maybe a bit Marmite, a bit diversive. Let me know what you think. And my last one is Chet. Typical cowboy name, Chet. It means fortress or camp, and it comes from Chester. The long form is Chester, which I really love. So that's why we have cities like Manchester, and then you can just shorten it to Chet, which is really trendy. I feel like it's so fashion forward again, really in this theme, really in this style, and would give you a really quirky, playful, short, sweet boy name. Annie. Annie has been not so popular for the last few years, and it's such such an underused gem. It would 100% have been one I would have listed because I really love it. And it comes from Annie Oakley, who was one of the first kind of really strong cowgirl. She's got such a cool history because she was known as a really strong shooter, and she used to perform in a lot of the Western shows, and she was really keen on getting more women into the sport of gunslinging and shooting. So she's a really trendy namesake, Annie Oakley as well, but I actually love those two names together. It's understated, it's not a showy name, it's not sort of too out there, so it would really match your style if you both want something that is classic but has a trendy twist. Dakota. So Dakota is a place name. The Dakota people were a tribe native to the area that the Wild West period of time happened, and their tribe name Dakota actually means friend or ally. Love the name. If you're a Mormon Housewives, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives fan, there is a male Dakota on there, so it works for either gender, but I love it for girls. I think again it's got that real cowboy cool. She'll be in her cowboy boots, she'll be at the festivals living her life, and I think place names are really lovely to travel around, and this one is really well known enough, with Dakota Fanning being so popular, for us to use it over here as well, and I think it's really pretty as a sound. Dakota. Cassidy, another really classic one that you sort of have to have on this list. So Butch Cassidy was one of the most famous outlaws. Again, I've put it in the girl list, but it works for either, but I think Cassidy is such a trendy girl name. I love Cass, I love Cassie, really love this name. So Butch Cassidy was, yeah, this ultimate poster, literally wanted poster of Butch Cassidy back in the day, and the name actually means curly haired, which is really sweet to know if you're expecting to have a curly haired baby. Not me, but I love the name. Again, I think it's got that real glamorous side to what is the Wild West aesthetic. Missy. This takes me to a Western saloon. Missy. It's a brave name. It's one of those terms of endearment names, and sometimes it comes up, people saying it's like a naughty name, which you're like, oh, do you know what you're doing there, Missy? From what my Wiltshire accent there was. But I sometimes call my daughter, I call her Missy sometimes, but I absolutely love the name. It's full of like this charm of that era and that sort of vibe, and I think it's a brave one. Could maybe be, was short for Melissa originally, but Missy by itself, I think we should bring it back. I think so many of you would rock it. I feel like with the retro kitsch trend as well, and then cowboy coming together to give you Missy would be such a top name. Lucille, same vibe, isn't it? They just take you straight there. They're just so quintessential. So Lucille Mulhill, I think her name was, she was one of the top cowgirls, one of the first cowgirls, and she was actually world champion roper. Who used to catch things in her rope. So it's a really real cowgirl throwback name, Lucille, and again I feel like it's just ready for its revival. Could give you such a trendy name that no one else is thinking of just yet. Shelby, just again this sort of feel of those taverns, those dances that you see, those beautiful dresses that all the girls used to wear out in the Wild West. This Shelby's outdoorsy and very spirited, which I wanted for all the girl names on this list. It actually means from where the willows grow. So it's got a really soft, gentle nature sound, but to me it's very sassy, very trendy, would be really of the it girl feel for now. So Shelby would make a brilliant name if you've got sort of other vintage nicknames, even like Evie's on your list, and you could actually jump on to Shelby. I don't think it's that different in style, but it gives you a much more fashion forward, edgier name. Paisley. I used to live in Paisley print because I am very cool, but it is the print of the bandanas that they all wore in the Wild West. I love the name Paisley, always have. To me it's very hippie and boho as well, but really fits this sort of Wild West trend. I think it works so beautifully as a name. The Paisley print has actually got links to Scotland as well, so if you've got Scottish roots, it's really lovely to go back and look at the roots with Paisley in Scotland, which I've done. I loved it, read a lot about it. It's a very interesting story about Paisley, but it's a beautiful name. I think it sounds soft, gentle, feminine, but it's really different from anything else out in the chart. Nevada. So Sierra Nevada is the place. So you could go with Sierra, which means rocky plain, but I just have got such a crush on the name Nevada. I think because we love those EV sounds so much, Nevada just works really well as a cool cowgirl place name. The place is still really associated with this cowboy cowgirl culture. It's a real sort of homestead place. And if anyone from Nevada, what would you think of somebody using the name. Obviously where you live it might be a little bit different, but when it travels around, it's just like using any other place name, but Nevada sounds really beautiful as a word. And again, it's taken from the original tribe's name, so it's a beautiful, beautiful name, very historic, packed full of aesthetics and culture. Trinity. This sounds like a sort of she should be an outlaw Trinity for some reason when I'm saying it within this list. So Dallas is known for the Trinity River and the Trinity Groves, which are kind of the boundaries of Dallas. And I loved the name Trinity. I always love it. It means three as well, which I always think is nice if it's your third baby or you're going to make a little three as a family. Trinity, so spirited, so bouncy, so lively. Gorgeous name, not being used barely at all, Trinity. I just literally think it's gorgeous. Clementine, this is really strongly associated with the Wild West from a movie with which is all about Wyatt Earp and the old cowboys, and their song, Oh My Darling Clementine, which we could randomly, why do I know that song? Why does everyone know that song? I'm not going to sing it, but I always liked the name Clementine. It was actually really popular, I would say about 15 years ago. It was really, really the up and coming name, but it's not had so much use. It's still around, but it's not right at the top. And again, it's got that sort of, Clementine, it's got that real saloon girl, real Wild Western girl feel to it as well. And it doesn't get as much use as it used to, so it'd be a good one to snap up. Harlow means rocky hill. Harlow's always had a real vintage, almost 70s feel to me as well, but it is right back in time, takes you to those outdoor plains of those rocky places. It could be really cool as a double barrel. I was thinking like Harlow Jean or Harlow Lou to give it that real Wild West feel. It just works really well. It's soft and gentle, really, really pretty as a name. And lastly, the name Tatum. So Tatum is gender neutral. I think I had it recently on a boy list. I'm just really crushing on it at the moment, and it actually means a homestead again, or a rural place. So it's perfect for a cowgirl western theme Tatum. And again, I think this would be a really good double barrel, like a Tatum Sky, or Tatum Jean, something like that would really ramp it up in the western feel. But Tatum, I think, is so stylish, so unexpected, but would always get you a lot of compliments, I feel, with the name Tatum. So those were my western feel boy and girl names. Which were your faves? Did you like this aesthetic? Let me know what aesthetic you'd like me to do next week. You can vote below, the one with the most likes I will do next week. Thanks again to anyone who's already pre-ordered my baby name book, Baby Name Envy. You know how much I've worked hard on it for a year and how much it means to me. It's actually a brilliant, brilliant book. So I'd love you to get your hands on it for naming a baby, or to gift it to somebody who's having a baby, and you'd also, as a bonus, be entered to win that amazing baby shower bundle. I will see you next Monday, guys. Bye bye.